am very, very tired.
Did you have another 4 a.m. night where you went to
No,
bed at 4 a.m.?
no, like probably 12:30 ish. I was up doing some pod things late because I just wanted to get it done.
Again, going back to Christian not caring. No, I don't want to say I don't care, but maybe later in the podcast we'll get into why I've been distracted. I don't know if distracted is the word, but
Hateful,
not hateful. Just
miserable.
other things going on where the
Yes.
where the podcast has had to sadly take like a fifth seat.
Yeah.
Now, a message from our sponsor. Are you interested in breaking into voiceover or elevating your sound, but on a tight budget? This could be the perfect opportunity.
Mike Payne is a seasoned voiceover expert with nearly 40 years of experience and is dedicated to helping talent shine. He offers top-tier demo reel production for just $250 per reel and personalized coaching at $30 per half hour. This is ideal for beginners and seasoned pros alike.
For a limited time, listeners who mention this amazing podcast, Roam, Return podcast, can unlock exclusive perks.
What are those perks, Christian?
Well, Damien, let me tell you. The first 5 people to book one-on-one coaching receive an additional half hour free, and the first 5 to request demo reel production get $50 off. What a deal.
$50 off. Now those are steals, baby. Do not wait. This offer won't last long. Learn more at MikePayneVO.CARRD.co. That is Mike Payne with an E. Feel the pain at MikePayneVO.card.co. Now, back to the show. Yeah, maybe we can get into that. But yeah, so it's been kind of a rush.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me.
Yeah, it's been kind of crazy trying to bank all the episodes. I think I'm still wearing the same shirt as the last couple, if I'm not mistaken.
Just hasn't changed.
Just haven't changed.
Actually, I'm already gonna take this off the rails. Me and Abby had this joke where like I not accidentally, I'm just this lazy. This is gonna make me sound not good as a person, slightly disgusting.
Bring it on.
Let's just say for this purposes, Monday morning, woke up, put on a shirt, kept that shirt on all day, slept in it, woke up and kept wearing it. Is that disgusting or not? I didn't do anything. I was just home, because I work just existing.
I have a hot take about this, actually, since you bring it up. I've never really talked about this, but my hot take is I don't think clothes are supposed to be washed as often as people are washing them.
100%. Jeans is I've been much better about this unless my jeans actually get dirt, like actual things on them or dirt. Jeans aren't supposed to be washed, apparently.
Yeah, real denim jeans.
Yes,
I guess
not
they're like not jeggings. Yeah, they're the cast iron pan of pants.
Yes, like actual good thick, kind of expensive denim.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those aren't really supposed to be washed all that much, but I'm talking about in general clothes. I don't know. I wash my clothes fairly after one use generally, but the only reason I do that is because I sweat so much.
Yes. I go with the theory of if it directly touches my body, so underwear, of course, t-shirts, socks, those are for the most part one use, or especially my running stuff. But if it be shorts, depending on sweatiness, some are much more often, but if it's it's been really nice here, or if I haven't done anything, or sweatshirts.
Oh, for sure. No, especially so right now is a heavy laundry season because it's the middle of a heat wave, the AC, blah, 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 everything we've been talking about. So at that rate, I have to wash every pair of clothes after maybe 6 or 8 hours of wearing them.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm just drenched in sweat. But during the spooky season, which is coming up,
Yes.
During the spooky season and during the winter season, hot take, I will wear the same shirt 4 days in a row cuz I'm not leaving the house, I'm not sweating like I usually do. I'm just hanging out, watching TV, like sitting on the
Hmm.
I'm not going to do all that laundry. It doesn't
Yeah.
need to be done like that, especially if I'm not leaving the house. So,
No.
that's my hot take. I don't think you need to do laundry as much as people think they do.
Yeah, and it's probably better for the clothes. Like
Yeah.
I never really used fabric softener because I was like, I can't afford fabric. But
Yeah.
apparently, that's supposed to be very bad for your clothes.
Oh, for sure. It just wears them out.
And I do more hang drying of stuff as well.
Yeah. And
Uh,
see, that's the thing is I'm very like hard on my clothes.
hmm
So I sweat a lot. I wear them. I wear the same clothes, as you can tell by this podcast. I wear the
Yeah.
same like cycle of clothes over and over and over again. So I go through clothes pretty quick, which is why I try not to wash them as much as other people do if I don't have to.
Yeah, I also have the problem of I have probably too many clothes. Not because
Hmm.
I'm excessively buying clothes. I haven't like
You don't get rid of them.
grown.
Yeah.
I don't get. Yeah, I have shirts. I think we've talked about it probably too many times. Of like that are at least from high school because I've just now this sounds braggy. Yeah, I haven't really like grown any direction.
Both physically and characteristically.
Yeah, yeah, mentally for
you
sure.
are you are stagnant.
Just stagnant. Yes, I am.
A
That explains
perfectly
why.
preserved 16-year-old boy.
My music playlist would most likely agree with that.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Like it's just, you found who you were real early and you never needed to change. I commend that.
Actually, I probably am a lot more like I don't want to say clean cut as you look at me, but
It's like you can't say clean right after that.
yep,
After you
yep.
just asked if it's trash if you don't wash your shirt.
No, it's even worse. It's like don't take it off.
Yeah, just wear it for 60 hours straight. It's fine. I'm much
Yeah.
cleaner now.
Uh, yeah. Actually, no, because I probably showered too often
Hmm.
in like high school because I was worried about being smelly.
I still kind of am a little bit like that too. I do not like to go to bed without showering.
Again, depends on the season or like I am somewhat particular of like if I've been like sitting on things outside,
Hmm.
I'll wash clothes. Like that's where I get a little more about washing jeans because again, I don't want to put like those are outside clothes on my inside clothes stuff. Like
Sure. I get that, especially with the constant ant infestation we have here. If I'm outside, I definitely don't want to bring those clothes inside, so I generally go straight to the laundry in the garage.
or like if I've been to like for example, what we'll eventually get into that we were bringing in while you're tired of like going to Disney
Mm,
and all the surfaces you sit on, that's when I'm like, I probably should wash these. Like,
that's a fair point. That is ripe with
who
germs.
knows? Who
Yeah,
knows?
kid germs at that.
Probably you're sitting in pee at one point,
I mean, it's
or
from
PS.
me, but
I was sitting on your. Okay, more tangents. On Disney Plus now they have like
Alien Earth.
yes, but I haven't watched that yet. I need
Oh,
to.
anyways.
But they've taken like all the Disneyland rides or like the famous ones and like shot them like as if you were like point of view of you actually riding the ride for
Hmm.
they're like, well, poor people can't do this anymore. Let's give them something.
Which I feel two different ways about. I have two takes on that. One, I appreciate it from the standpoint of like obviously because people do that all the time. They'll like live stream their
Yeah,
whole Disney trip or whatever, and it's good for the communities who just aren't capable of going
yeah,
there, whether it be economically or physically.
yeah.
Right? I appreciate that because then they can kind of live vicariously through that.
Mhm.
So I always supported the people who were live streaming it. I don't really love the fact that Disney's doing it
Okay.
because it's just another it's non-apologetic for how bad they're killing their fans who want to go with the pricing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like does that make sense?
Yeah, it's kind of it's a
It seems
band-aid on a bullet
yeah,
hole, it kind of feels like.
right. Like you are pricing everybody out and then be like, don't worry, you can just watch it. It's like, what?
I do understand Disney's reasoning, and it's stupid, but I get it because they're like, okay, we understand our parks are way too crowded.
Mm-hmm.
And the good suggestion would be like fucking everything after COVID did was, hey, make it capped. Like you can only have, but there we're like, no. The way we're going to do it is we're going to keep raising prices so people can't go. So it's less. And then they were like, oh, actually people keep paying these. Let's keep like, but even like the national parks nowadays have a fucking, you have to schedule it so far ahead to be able to go. Like, I get it. I think would I pay maybe a little bit more? Again, we're saying this from a very privileged position.
Now, but we still have the mindset of before
being dirtbags. Maybe I would, like, if it was cheaper, like if it was a little more expensive, but I could have it less busy.
Yeah, I think that's a good point, but not to the price level that they're at now. Parking alone at Disney is $35 per car.
Yeah.
That, I mean, come on. And a ticket's over 110.
To be fair, that's just LA parking anywhere in LA.
Yeah, but I mean, dude, people buy the day passes for $150.
That's true.
Which is already so over the top expensive per person. You couldn't just keep the parking at 15, 20 bucks to give a little bit of reprieve.
The ticket and I think
that's
the
what I always say.
I think the problem is when they introduced like Downtown Disney or whatever you call it. That's where they're like, oh, people come here also not just for the parks.
But from my understanding, you can't park in the theme park parking. Wait, is that right? Maybe I'm wrong.
I think
maybe I'm wrong. But
you don't have to show any proof of ticket.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, like downtown has its own parking. Oh, that's what it is. Downtown is cheaper, but it's no admission to the parks, from what I understand.
Okay, so there's maybe they also do the parking so people don't live in the parking lot.
that too. But yeah, they're just really pricing people out. But yeah, the reason I'm tired.
Well, no. So going back to why me and Abby watched the
the Disney.
Yeah, the Rocky. I don't know what the roller coaster we went on. I don't want to call it a roller coaster, but technically,
the train incredible, the train one,
the Rocky Mountain.
Oh,
I can't remember.
I'm so tired. Something. Yeah. Yep. I got you.
Now it made me think of how.
Watch a previous episode. You'll hear. Thunder Mountain. Thank you.
Yep. There we go. Sitting on your lap majority of the ride for some reason. Like
that was fun.
Yeah. But yeah, so why Disney and why you're tired?
Yeah, so wait, so you did watch that documentary thing on Disney?
You mean the 5 minutes of the ride?
Yeah.
Yes, we did watch that one, and then we watched the Splash Mountain one. Not Splash Mountain, whatever it's called now.
Oh yeah, Tiana's Bayou.
Yeah, because I was just curious to see how it changed. We didn't go on it because it was kind of a not cold day, but
let me just tell you, Abby and I went on that recently, and it is a really good thing that we didn't go on it while you guys were here. For many reasons, but particularly because you have to have a change of clothes.
That bad?
You're sitting in the little log thing, and the water, just when you get in, is sitting above your ankles.
Oh, so
inside the cart,
your tootsies are automatically just soaked. Okay.
Yes, immediately. So we would have had to go home.
That's good to know. And I'm
so
glad
Abby and I heard about that. We brought our sandals and a different pair of pants and stuff, and we had to change immediately.
Yeah. No, that's I'm glad I just watched it then, because I was just curious to see how it changed from when it was Splash Mountain.
But it's so fun. It's so worth it. But man, you have to be prepared. You can't just like, oh, I want to try this ride. Your day's over if you just jump on there without planning.
Unless it's like a ridiculous I feel like that's more of a like Splash Mountain is a ride for like the Orlando parks because you dry like instantly because it's so hot.
Yeah, the one problem though is the place where you get the most soaked is your socks and shoes. So if you don't bring a spare pair, it doesn't matter. Those are never going to dry.
Trench foot.
Yeah, it just falls off. It's either trench foot or diabetes.
Yeah,
is you're going to get one of those two to have your feet fall off in Disney. But
yeah. We have been now distracted for almost 50 minutes of what you were originally going to say.
Welcome back to the Remain Rome Return podcast, everybody.
Yeah.
I am sleepy today. As you can tell, we're 14 minutes in, and I'm like, what? What is happening? And I shouldn't complain because the reason we went down there is to watch our niece finish her half marathon over at Disney.
So is it through Disney?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was throughout the park and then like outside of the park.
Okay.
But she texted us last week and was like, hey, like, I'm going to do this. If you guys want to head down, I should be finished by like anywhere between 8 and 9.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, we'll get there at 8.
Mm-hmm.
And so we woke up at 7, which is not that early, but we were drinking the night before, last night. And then I stayed up late to work on the podcast and got down there. So a little sleepy. I mean, our niece woke up at fucking
probably
2 or 3 a.m. So I shouldn't be complaining.
So was the finish line like downtown Disney or like in the parks?
It was out by, from what I understood, they had to walk kind of by like where the House of Blues is.
Yeah.
So I think it finished around the House of Blues / the parking structure areas.
Mm.
And then we met them in downtown Disney and had brunch.
Oh, nice. Where'd you have brunch at?
Naples, which is where you and Abby and Abby went. When you were here.
No, that was pretty decent pizza for like
not bad.
Not having to eat in the park.
Yeah, I'm just kind of over theme park food, to be honest with you.
It gets pretty dull. At least they have some like unique stuff in there, but also still like there's only so many Mickey Mouse pretzels you can eat.
Which I love them, especially dunking them in the jalapeno cream cheese. Now that is delicious.
I do love me. I will have to talk about my lunch today.
Do it.
So Don and Millie's, which we've talked about. This podcast essentially is just a Nebraska-based fast food establishment.
We are so excited to eat there when we come back in about a month.
Oh yeah, so soon, man.
Can't wait.
But they now have what they call it a Messy Nelly. So it's their version of a Sloppy Joe.
Ooh, I'm interested. How was it?
It had too much of something, but I can't figure out what.
Like in the sauce or?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was just a little too overpowering in the sauce.
Messy Nelly.
Yeah. Messy Millie. Messy
Millie. Yeah. I was like, why didn't they missed an opportunity?
Nope.
It's called Dawn and Millie's.
Yeah. Messy Nilly meal was I had to order. You know how hard that was for me to fucking say?
Millie? A messy
Millie meal.
Ooh, the triple M.
Yep. I had to like pause. I was like, Messy Millie meal.
Like really put an emphasis on that. You must really like it.
I was just like, I'm gonna fuck. This is a fucking she sells seashells by the seashore.
No, you can't do that. That's so funny.
It was okay. Like I get like I ate like wouldn't get it again. Let's just say
with fries.
Oh yeah, fries and a drink, like the usual meal, and so.
Yeah, I'll probably skip that and go for the old taco salad with cheese Frenchie.
Abby got the taco salad. So
the beef or the chicken?
Chicken.
So good.
It comes like in a hat box.
Yeah,
and
it does.
the okay, is it a Midwest thing? They probably have them in LA, but I feel like it's a very Midwest thing to have it like in the fucking taco shell bowl.
I don't know that I've seen that here, to be honest with you, but
it feels very Midwestern.
It does feel very Midwest. I do love them though. That's part of the reason we get those is because it's like nachos.
It is. You're like, ooh, I get a salad and I get to eat my bowl. It's like an ice cream cone kind of situation.
It's like if Willy Wonka opened up a taco shop.
Mm-hmm. They are delicious too, especially with the ranch, and which It's
And you may be asking yourself, why in God's name would you dunk a fried tortilla in ranch? And to that,
because
I simply say, Midwest, baby.
Midwest.
That's how we fucking do it. Let's
Yes.
go.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty soon when you're here. It's
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
About a little over a month, a full week. I'm gonna be there.
And Jeff and I are coming, correct?
Jeff and Ida are coming. They're gonna be there on the end
Okay.
half.
I was about to say,
So
I was like, are they going to be here the entire time?
no, we told them like 3 to 4 days probably is
Long weekend.
max.
Long
Yeah.
weekend.
Yep. So we're gonna do the zoo and kind of show them around the old stomping
Oh, dude, it'll
grounds
be
and.
perfect for the zoo.
Mm-hmm. And they usually do. Do they still do the haunted or the Halloween zoo day stuff?
Yes.
That's
Boo
what
at
we
the
were
zoo.
planning
At
on.
least
Boo at
here
the
in,
zoo.
yeah, I think it's called Boo at the zoo. At least
Yeah.
the children's zoo here in Lincoln has Boo at the zoo. So I'm guessing the Omaha one does.
Yeah. So that's going to be fun. I'm really excited. It's going to be really nice to go and not have an immediate turnaround again.
Yes.
Because that shit is just, it's brutal. And then it makes you not even enjoy going back because it's just a hassle.
Yeah. Yeah, it does feel like I was hanging out with, my best friend Daniel up in Omaha, and I don't honestly make it up at Omaha as much as I should.
Mm-hmm.
But he was like, I think I saw you more when you didn't live in Nebraska than I do now. I was like, oh yeah. But I was like, also at that point in our lives, like we were back for so many weddings and like other stuff like that where,
mm-hmm.
you saw me, but it was in very short bursts.
And that was kind of I was actually just talking to my mom the other week about this where, because she's now getting into a position of thinking maybe I'll think about moving away from Omaha at some
Really?
point. And I was like, that's surprising. I can't believe I'm hearing you say that. And we were kind of just talking about the fact that, I mean, yes, family is there and stuff, but other than my siblings,
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't seeing anybody very often.
Yeah.
It was just family. And it's like, like not extended family. I'm talking about insular family, like siblings and mom every week. And
Yeah.
other than that, we were just hanging out with friends every once in a while. I didn't see extended family except maybe once or twice a year.
Yeah.
And so we were just kind of talking about that, how me going back to Omaha once a year, I see my family about as often as I did when I lived there anyways.
Yeah.
So when you sit there and you go, well, I don't want to leave because my family's here. It's like, yeah, but you see them twice a year.
Yeah, but immediate family is the one you care. Like when you say I'm back for family, it's the immediate family, I feel, not.
Yeah. But I mean, I
Nice.
do make it a point to go see the extended family too, as
Yeah.
often as I can when I'm back. But yeah, I mean, and yes, I do miss seeing my siblings and my mom every weekend.
But I feel like they come out to visit every so often. It's like
they come out here once a year, if as much as they can, and we go back every year. We talk on the phone and stuff. So I don't know. I don't personally find it an excuse to not go and try something new.
Yeah.
And she's kind of seeing it the same way now. She's like, I mean, can always come back.
That's true. Again, it might have also been an affordability thing. Again, we've talked about this so much.
It
on the
was
podcast,
for her for a long time.
Of like, not like a lot of people are trapped in their hometown. Let's just say that. Like, it's expensive to move.
Oh, for sure.
Or even
and then
like
the uncertainty of what's going to happen next. Like you're already not making ends meet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was reading like it was a Reddit thread about how like it's so great. Like people say, even moving within your own city can be difficult in the essence of like you have to have a deposit, you have to have first and last month's rent to like. That's so much money to even just move to a different part of town.
And moving just sucks.
It does.
I mean, in general, regardless, it is terrible. But moving across the country or even moving states, it's tough, man. I still think everybody should do it if that's what if they are really, really wanting to do it. I say just go for it because it's never going to be the right time. It's never going to be easy. it's going to be challenging, but if you really want to do it, it's better to just try it and see how it goes, you know?
Oh, we might have to cut all of this. I'll have to ask for his permission. But friend of the podcast, Travis Ladkey. I don't know if it's officially announced yet. But I'll ask him after we get off of this if we can talk about it. And if not, cut to whatever that is. Talking about just like fucking going for it.
Yeah.
Him and his wife are moving to Portugal.
Whoa. That's fucking rad, man.
Yeah, like if you asked me like a decade ago, because he's from Texas, when we met because he came up to Nebraska for a little bit for school, and then he went back to Dallas, and all of his wife's family are all Dallas as well. And I was like, yeah, you're gonna be in Dallas, like that's just
that's just where you belong.
And they travel more than you do internationally, like so they're gone so much. And it sounds like they've been talking, he's been hinting at it, like they were exploring the idea. And he's this past week texted me and was like, hey, we're doing it.
How soon?
Fairly soon, I think.
That is how it works. Once you make that decision, it's pretty
I think they're gonna go do, I would say maybe officially by the new year. They're about to go and like look at like places to live and figure that out. And I think they have a visa appointment. They already have got I think approved or something.
Must be doing like digital, like nomad type of stuff, huh?
No, he's still keeping his job.
Whoa.
His state's job. He's like making it work out where he's like, we might have to work some shitty hours, like the time difference, but it sounds
once you get used to that though, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. And I think he works for a company that is international anyway. And so they're doing it. I need to ask him more information, but
that's pretty fucking cool.
Because he usually comes up each fall and comes to a Husker game and stays with me because I live here in Lincoln.
Yeah.
And he's like, don't think we're gonna make it up this year. I'm like, well, I was like, he said that and I was like, oh, what European country are you gonna go gallivanting through? He's like, well, we're actually moving. I was like, what?
Relocating, not gallivanting.
Yes.
That's exciting, dude. And I've heard nothing but great things about Portugal.
Yeah, I think it's really huge for expats. It's still, I think, one of the most inexpensive areas of Western Europe. And I think it's also the easiest to get a visa as a U.S. citizen.
I've seen it online. It seems fairly like, as long as you have an income.
Yeah.
They don't really
you can
care
prove
too
it.
much.
I don't know what Portugal went through that caused them to like need people, but
well, that's exciting, man. We'll have to have him once they
we'll
officially get set up over there. We'll have to set it up.
So I'm super excited. Hopefully we can go visit him.
I was going to say, will that convince you to go on another Europe trip?
I want to.
Yeah.
I guess we can finally get into it. I can't
bring it up. It's not up to me.
We've tiptoed around it for so long. And
I'm actually, you know what? Another hot take before you get into this.
Yeah.
I'm actually really irritated that you're deciding to do this now and we have nothing to show for it. We don't have any celebratory things right now.
Maybe we'll wait then.
Okay. I was like, we can't.
We'll wait.
We're just going to say it and not have like a fucking thing about it. How anticlimactic. I mean, it is perfect for the show, to be honest.
That is true.
To have zero plans
a guest canceled. What do we have? We have nothing to talk about. No.
This is what happens. By the way, this is what happens when the guest cancels. We just go, all right.
We need it in the bank.
Here we go.
Yep.
But I don't know. It's obviously it's up to you, but I'm like,
no, we'll wait. We'll wait.
Okay.
We'll wait. I think.
I mean, anybody who follows the podcast and knows us personally probably has a pretty good idea, but
yeah. We'll taunt's not the right word. Tease.
Yeah.
We'll tease it for
give you a little tickle.
No ticky.
Although we can't record next week.
Yes. Because we can talk about that because I think everything is okay.
I haven't received a new updated letter or anything from his representation. So I think maybe now at least we talk about it. And then if we get it, we can say, well, it's already in the bank. We can't change anything.
Yes, that's true. So yeah, Keegan's bachelor party.
Yes. We will be off next week. So that mixed with a bunch of other things going on.
I love how we say we're going to be off next week. Like we don't still like we release the day before or something.
Well, the people listening will never know what the hell day we're talking about.
That's true.
But just so everybody knows, that's why we're banking. That's not the only reason, but with all the things going on worldwide,
we have lives.
We have lives. We have shit to do. We're not just here for your entertainment.
Surprisingly.
I'm not here for your entertainment. Okay, we are.
Yes,
that's all we're here for.
And that's the whole point of this.
And our own entertainment, yeah. Mm-hmm. But speaking of entertainment, we've been putting off this topic for a long time, and albeit I did steal it, but I was having this conversation for years with Keegan, and ironically, all of this is kind of adding up to making sense. So, we all in this friend group, in this Triple R community that we've built, I think it's safe to say that all of us are big Jim Carrey fans.
100%.
And something that I've been talking about for years with Keegan specifically is I don't know that there's anybody who has the repertoire of comedy movie releases like Jim Carrey does outside of his very select generation of comedic actors, right? So Adam Sandler rivals him and is still doing more than Jim Carrey is. Will Ferrell could be argued in there, you know. But outside of that generation, is there anybody who has had more consistent hits in a shorter amount of time than Jim Carrey?
The short amount of time so hard. Like
that's the thing, and I have them written down here. So this is based off of like his most successful movies.
Yes.
Listen to this just complete Michael Jordan-esque run of movies.
Almost exactly the same time as the Michael Jordan run too, right?
He was the Michael Jordan of comedy movies, in my opinion. So listen to this. 1994, The Mask. 1994, Ace Ventura 1. 1994, Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
3 giant comedy movies the same fucking year. And then immediately after that, you have 1995, Batman Forever.
Oh, yeah.
Which I know he wasn't like the main character.
But he's still a big part of it.
He's a big part of it. And then 1995, Ace Ventura 2. So within 2 years, he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 giant comedy movies.
Yeah, that's too many.
Then
yes,
he goes on to do 1996, The Cable Guy, 1997, Liar Liar. This one's up for debate on whether it's successful or not, but The Truman Show came out in 98.
Oh, that's I would say that's hugely successful. But
I think also, so too, but people hate
it. I wouldn't call it a comedy though.
It's a dramedy.
Yeah,
for sure, because it's a little bit silly, but so
it's almost.
Oh, I skipped Liar Liar. Too. I think.
No, you said Liar Liar.
I said Liar Liar. It is a little sci-fi-y. So yeah, 96 Cable Guy, 97 Liar Liar, 98 The Truman Show, 99 Man on the Moon,
which he won an Oscar for, correct?
I believe he won something for that one.
The I love that movie, but also I love the documentary of the movie.
How big of a fucking asshole he was.
How method he was, and like, because I'm a huge Andy Kaufman fan. Like, he was the first like anti-comedy comic, which it makes him so great.
I want to get into that too, so let's put a check mark on that one about remember anti-comedy because I have some things to discuss. So 99, Man on the Moon. 2000, Me, Myself, and Irene, which is one of my all-time of his favorites.
I
The
need to
Grinch.
rewatch that. I watched Me, Myself, and Irene probably too young to get it.
Yeah, that's fair. Because 2000, you were pretty.
I was
We were pretty
9.
little. Yeah. So Me, Myself, and Irene 2000. Also in 2000, How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Literally,
One of the best ever.
you can't remake that. I can't remember if we talked about it. Is I think one of the movies that has aged so correctly. Like
Yep.
it doesn't feel old. Like it's 25 years old. Doesn't feel old at all.
Correct. And I still watch it every year. It still makes me laugh. It is
some of the
one
best,
of
like
the best Christmas
low
movies.
key, hilarious lines I've ever heard in a comedy movie.
I'm gonna die. First, I'm gonna throw up. And then I'm gonna die.
I just love solve world. Is it world hunger?
Solve world hunger.
Tell no one.
No one. Dinner with myself. I
Nope,
can't
just
cancel that again.
Cancel that.
Wrestle with myself. Loathing. I'm booked. Stare into the abyss. Dude, that movie is so goddamn good. So, Me, Myself, and Irene and The Grinch, both in the same year in 2000. Then, here's the real hot take, The Majestic. A lot of people hated that one. And it's also not a comedy movie, but I just wanted to put in there.
Okay, that
it's still on the run of him being the leading man, right? Then you skip 1 year and you go to 2003. So from 2001 to 2002, he didn't really do anything. 2003, Bruce Almighty. 2004, Eternal Sunshine.
Oh,
which is incredible. And then Series of Unfortunate Event, 2004. And then all the way to like 2008, you get into Yes Man. And like that's where his career started kind of declining a little bit.
Yeah.
But 1994 to 2008,
pretty solid decade.
He had at least one movie a year on average.
Yeah.
Who else has ever done anything like that? Besides Adam Sandler, Will Ferrell, but even them, if you look at their IMDb's, it's not like that. It's not that crazy.
Again, when you first like texted me about this, I remember. I think who had that kind of
point.
What was it? Mine was Tom Hanks.
I think that's a fair assessment.
But also, he just did a lot more like dramas.
He had a lot more movies.
Yes, not
comedy based.
Considering he started out, I think, pure comedy, like Bachelor Party.
Yeah. Also, I had a question about him. He did not start as a stand-up, right?
I don't believe so.
So that right there is pretty impressive. To be a comedy movie star and didn't do any stand-up.
I think we need to talk about with Jim Carrey of how unlikely that all that run was supposed to happen.
Absolutely.
Because SNL didn't want him. And we have to talk about how he even acknowledges, which is super cool, of the Black community was who accepted him and how like, because On Living Color is how we got to start with the Wayans brothers, where like, and he does thank them all the time. They have like such still a great friendship of like, they're like, they knew he was fun. They're like, this dude's weird, but he's gonna be somebody.
Yeah.
And he blew up because SNL didn't want him, but him on a predominantly Black show, they let him be him.
Background guy is still one of the funniest characters he's done. That and Fire Marshal Bill. God damn it. He was so good on In Living Color. But to think about the fact that they put him on In Living Color, I want to say like 92, 93.
Yeah.
I want to say roughly.
Early 90s. I couldn't say for sure.
And then from there, just 3 movies out the gate.
Yeah.
Same year. What a trajectory. I mean, I would say sucks for SNL for skipping him, but I think they're doing just fine.
I gonna not try to take this too far off track, but me and Abby were just talking about for like this will have to be a good topic that we might have to say for a different podcast day of, does SNL have more hits or more misses?
Ooh, so I have to agree with the ongoing theory that I've been hearing all over the internet, which is everyone thinks that their SNL decade is the only good decade of SNL.
Yeah, I think they say that except for like the mid 80s, they knew they were fucking terrible.
Yeah. But I think that goes to show that it is significantly a hit. If every
Yeah.
decade, that decade is saying it's the best decade, it can't be missing, right? It's missing to older generations because they're comparing it to their generation.
So I guess where the hit or misses is where they said no to someone who ended up being actually a big star.
I
So
mean, they
for
just did that this generation with Shane Gillis.
yes, that has different meanings, but
Well, I mean, but regardless, like
yeah.
they said no to Jim Carrey not because of anything necessarily controversial, but because they didn't think he was going to be a star. And then look, and now, Shane Gillis is this generation. But who else did they say no to?
I believe Steve Carell.
Mm,
Um, they did Stephen Colbert.
okay, I didn't know. I
I'm
didn't
trying
know
to
that.
remember the other big ones who. Now I'm just talking out of my ass a little
I mean, I
bit.
know. I know. There's a lot of stand-ups and stuff who try out for SNL that don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's you can't just be funny. You have to be able to write and produce on a whim. I mean, they do it weekly, and like you write one skit, that's not enough. You have to
Yeah.
have a good skit every week at least.
So another hot topic me and Abby had about this was
Well, I guess you didn't answer though. I say that they would have more hits than misses. Would you disagree?
mm, I think I ended up it's probably even. I
Okay,
know
fifty
that's
fifty.
the fucking cop out answer, but
That's a lawyer-ish answer.
it's hard to know because I can't have all of again very lawyer answer of like I can't for sure know all the people who didn't get on
But is that what you're wait, are we talking about the most hits as far as talent or the most hits as far as success of the show?
talent.
Oh, I misinterpreted.
Sorry, yes, no, that could have been my no of did they pick the right people or not? So like that's what I
Mm.
was saying by like Steve Carell of like
That gets
people.
to be a lot harder to answer because I 100% have not watched SNL in probably a decade.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to answer that one. Um, but if they're passing up on a bunch of funny people, it's like, well, you're missing out on some of the biggest stars.
Yeah. And I think it's also interesting of now the pivot though of who is being casted of like I don't want to say improv is dead,
Mm-hmm.
but the 90s and early 2000s were its heyday, and that's why you got some of those really big people like Will Ferrell, Tina Fey, like
Adam Sandler.
he was I think pure stand up, not improv.
His
But
his improv's pretty good on that though.
it is pretty good, but that's not how like, people who purely like weren't
Mm-hmm.
comics but were just pure improv. I would say
Sure.
not I'm like not that 90s class, but like yeah, the late 90s 2000s like
Mm-hmm.
where improv was huge, but now I feel like improv is not dead, but not as influential as it was.
Do you feel like that's because there's a strong stigma from the stand-up community against improv? Improv is like the mime of stand-up now.
I think improv did it to itself a little bit. It is about money
Mm,
and not like stand up. I think that's also a thing. Stand up is quote unquote free, right? To do
sure.
it. You some places make you pay, but for a lot of people, you can go to open mic, go up there, and do it for free.
Yeah,
Like besides maybe buying drinks and like that kind of thing. Improv, you have to pay for classes.
true. Yeah, you can't
Uh,
just start doing an improv troupe.
you could, but it'd be a lot
Like,
harder. Also, like you need for an improv troupe more than just yourself. Like,
yeah,
that's also a huge aspect. And so, and I think improv, like when stand-up comedy is bad, it's not the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's still bad, but like I think also improv got a really bad because of bad improv.
Yeah, that's true. And improv,
there's not medium
I've done
improv.
I haven't done stand-up. I have done improv. It's very hard. It's very, very hard. And you're sitting there struggling to keep up. Meanwhile, everybody's like, this sucks. And you're like, I know this sucks, but you have to like, you can't just stop doing things. You have to just keep throwing shit at the wall until it sticks. That's a lot of pressure. Whereas it's, you know, yes, you can be a really shitty stand-up, but at least you have the opportunity to go, I know exactly what I'm going up with.
Yeah.
Right. So I think that's part of the problem too. And then you have things like Upright Citizens Brigade. You have what's the one in Chicago? That
Second City.
And then of course you have things like
you have IO Improv Olympics. Mm-hmm. Those are,
and then Whose Line Is It Anyway? So all of that stuff.
We're not bringing that up again, Damien.
You have all that stuff.
Phrases from a Fedora.
Let's bring that back.
Yes.
I've been reinstating Phrases from a Fedora, but repurposed it. So now Abby and I pull chain restaurants out of my hat to see where we're going for date nights.
Applebee's.
And we did just do Applebee's, and I'm grading them all, and I'm going to put them in a list, and we're gonna talk about it.
I absolutely love.
I haven't told you that yet.
No, you have not, and I love.
And that's what we were holding back on. That's what we didn't want to tell anybody.
That was the teaser.
Yeah, but I think I don't think improv's dead. I think it was, and now it's coming back.
Yeah, I guess.
You ever heard of Lisa Gilroy?
Yes.
God damn it, she is so good.
Yeah.
She is single-handedly bringing it back.
But yeah, it used to be like such a big thing, and then I think it did get this little bit of a stigma of like, hey, you want to come to my improv show?
Mm-hmm.
Because it was such a big lucrative thing for a hot second there. I've always wanted to do improv, but also I don't want to pay for classes.
Yeah, and it's, I don't know, man.
And I don't know how good.
Bombing on that is different than bombing for stand-up.
I honestly, I'm going to sound very egotistical of myself. I think I'd be better at improv than
really.
Stand-up. I think I have that better thinking on my feet that way than just pure writing, but I've never done it, so it's hard for me to say.
All right. I think that's a challenge. I think we're going to try that now. We're going to do that on this podcast.
Just improv.
We're going to have an entire episode dedicated to, I'm going to have Abby just write random prompts for us, and we're going to go for it. It's way harder over the internet too, by the way.
I was about to say the delay and like not physically being, because that's also a huge part of improv is like physical comedy.
Mm-hmm.
And like pretending you have like props and driving and stuff versus I can't move because my microphone will shut up.
God forbid I move my desk a half an inch.
So as long as we can do all improv,
we'll have to do it like outside of the podcast. We'll have to do it individually.
Yeah.
That could be interesting. Remote improv.
That's what fucking COVID era improv.
Yeah. All right, fuck that. We're not doing that. But all right, so to go back to the Jim Carrey thing. So you're saying Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks is just hit after hit after hit.
Mm-hmm. But is it that like 3 in a year, 2 in a year, 1 every year? Is it like that?
No, I think comedies are easier back in the 90s, especially 90s were heyday of comedy. So that's also a hard part, like historically thinking true. Now, even now, early to mid, the 2000s also, I would say were very huge for comedies as well.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like when you're talking about Will Ferrell, is the other one I can think of, which I think of them being in different classes. I feel like Will Ferrell is a little bit younger. Most of his, Most of his hit movies were in the 2000s, either like really late 90s or early 2000s.
That's true. And kind of the same with Adam Sandler a little bit.
Adam Sandler, I would say, with 90. Well, same time. I would say Billy
Roughly.
Madison and like all of that was around that time.
Because I feel like Sandler was like 4 or 5 years after Jim Carrey.
I want to say Billy Madison was pretty early.
Let me look it up.
Producer.
Let me look this up. Fill the void for a second. I should have done this research.
You did.
Because I know Adam Sandler has done a lot.
Yeah. No, he had a very good run too.
Yeah.
3 in 1 year, I don't think we'll ever be 3 number 1 movies, I believe, in 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
We just don't do that anymore for movies.
Yeah. What was it? Billy Madison was his first one?
I think so. Or it might have been Happy Gilmore. Those two I get.
95.
Those were, when was Happy Gilmore?
The Mask was 94. Happy Gilmore was 96.
Okay. So
that was
roughly,
1 and 1.
Yeah.
So he didn't come out the gate like Jim Carrey.
No. But then the 2000s, I feel, were really big. I don't know the order of them, but like Waterboy, Little Nicky, Mr. Deeds.
Mm-hmm.
He had some misses though. He also wasn't like the lead man in some of like Airheads.
Yeah, I was actually just gonna say special shout out to somebody who could have taken the throne, but unfortunately passed away, was Chris Farley.
Yes,
he could have taken that throne from Jim Carrey for sure. Rest in peace. But
yes,
who I wrote down, who is the closest, because the other thing to keep in mind too is back in the day, in the older generation, you did comedy to try to get your own TV show or like a late night show. Like you were just, your goal was different, right?
Yes.
So with that in mind, I would say I would have to pick Gene Wilder.
Oh, that's a very good one.
Maybe not as prolific as far as releases year by year by year, but the shit that he did really stands the test of time. And he had a pretty good run, like Death of a Salesman, 1966, Bonnie and Clyde, 67, The Producers, 67.
Wow.
So that's 3 in 2 years.
Which also, it took for fucking ever for movies to be made back then.
Exactly. And then, he had a little bit of a gap, but then Willy Wonka was 71.
Yeah.
And then he did a couple other things. Everything You Always Wanted to Know About Sex, But Were Too Afraid to Ask was 72. Blazing Saddles was 74.
Yeah.
Which is, to this day, probably the funniest comedy of all time. And then Young Frankenstein was also 74.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think given the older generation didn't have the similar goals and everything took longer and, stuff like that, he's probably who I would go with in the older generation for comedy actors.
I think we're almost kind of like you were saying, we're now back into comedians doing comedy to be on shows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're all either getting sitcoms or single cams or trying to get on SNL still. Which goes to show the power of SNL.
Yeah, like even like going back to Shane Gillis, Tires, which I think got renewed for a second season.
It's already out.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've actually heard good things about it.
It's fucking awesome. I love both of those seasons.
Yeah.
Very funny.
Yeah, we just don't do comedy movies, but
I think they're coming back though. Harlan Williams is about to put out a new movie I'm excited for. It's called The Wingman. It's a solid comedy. Written, directed, produced, and main actor is him. He's doing all of it.
That's kind of what you have to do now, though.
Mm-hmm.
You have to write a movie for yourself.
Yeah. Yep.
And that
is the big announcement that we've been holding out on. Get ready, everybody. We're making our cinematic...
The Remain Rome Return, the movie.
And actually, just like this, no one will watch.
That would actually be kind of fun if we did like a like road trip movie.
Hey,
I know.
I was planning on it for the bachelor party until you got disinvited.
Yeah.
I warned you to stop messing with him so much.
Still invited to the wedding, but yeah,
that's just because he wants your present.
Not my presents.
Not your presents.
Just my presents.
He just knows you won't pay for the shipping on it. Speaking of shipping, I think you had a really good question to take.
Yes. This came up this week because I had to bought something online.
Remain, roam, return.
Yes. That's what it means by return.
By the way, subscribe, like, share. I know we don't ever say that enough, but it's like, come on, this is free content. Share it to the people you love, or show it to your enemies. Make their day worse. I don't care which one you do.
Views are views, or listens are listens, depending on what platform you are.
And pews are pews. Stinky poo.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like praying pews.
God bless. Anyways,
yes,
you had to return something.
Yes, so that while I was waiting in UPS, because there's always a long line to return something, what threshold of money is there for you where you're like, if you bought something online, you're like, I don't like this, I'm going to return it, or vice versa? Like, what point in money, how expensive is something where you're just like, fuck it, I'm just going to keep it?
Yeah, it's tough. First of all, if I can shout this from the rooftops, I would. Fuck UPS 100%. They have stolen from us on multiple occasions. We have an open investigation right now with them because we used them to turn in our phones to get our new phone. They had a special. Verizon had a special going on. You trade in your phone, you get your next two phones, buy one get one.
Yeah.
So we shipped our phones from UPS,
which
they got stolen.
So no, like not the stolen part, but like that's what you have. You can't go to a store to get a phone.
No,
you have to do this process of mailing your phone or shipping your phone back to Verizon, and they ship you a new phone.
Yep, and UPS knows it.
Yep,
they ask you what's going in the package, so they know what the fuck it is.
Oh yeah, they're like, does this have batteries or like?
So they're setting this up. It's like, it's clearly a fucking scam.
So what happened? So you take your phones to UPS. We
asked them to box it up.
Yep.
Ship it off to Verizon.
Yep. They gave you a receipt.
They gave us a receipt and a tracking number.
Yep. And what happened?
We had already gotten our new phones. And so we were set up to get this price of this discount.
Oh, you get like not a credit, but
it's like what do they call that? Like not a credit, but there's like a word for it or whatever, right?
Yeah, or like they
rebate.
Credit you.
Thank you. Yeah. And so they're waiting on getting our phones, and then all of a sudden nobody says anything. The next month we just get an astronomical bill
because of the phone. Because an actual phone price, phones are way expensive.
Yep, about $1,000 a piece.
Yep.
So we were getting two phones for the price of one, so it was going to be about $1,000.
Yeah.
Well, because they didn't get our phones, they decided they're just going to charge us in full without saying anything, even though we're on the plan to get the discount.
Yeah.
Turns out they did the same bullshit that they did to us last time, them being UPS, which is we watched them tape up our box, put all the stuff on it, and then they, I'm guessing at some point, open it, take out the contents, fill it with like packing peanuts and like rocks and shit.
And so then it has ship weight, it off?
And then ship it off. So Verizon never got our old phones. We've had an open investigation at UPS for about 6 months now. Nothing has ever gotten fixed. And they didn't give us the discount. They just gave us a different discount. Like, we're still paying off both phones.
Yeah.
Of course, only paying off one, but they made it a little cheaper. But they will not give us that rate because they don't have our phones.
How do you, I guess, prove, like...
You don't.
Like, if they don't get the package at all, easier to prove. Like,
sure.
But if it has... So Verizon got your package just with not the phones in them.
Just with apparently nothing in it. And I'm like, but doesn't that show you, like, I didn't box it up and take it to UPS, but they don't know that. They can't prove it.
No.
But I'm like, I have the tracking number. And so it's just been this fucking fiasco. So we're out $2,000 because of UPS. So first of all, fuck them. And I will never return anything if it has to go through UPS again, ever.
That's what like Amazon uses for like everything, which sucks.
Yeah. And the other thing we figured out, because the first thing they stole was a bunch of Christmas cards with gift cards in them to the family. And we have in the 20s of family members that we're sending gift cards to. So we lost another like $1,000 2 years ago for Christmas because they stole from us. And because they're a private company, it's actually not illegal for them to go through your mail like it is if it's actually USPS.
So this is actually a public service for use USPS. They're usually cheaper.
Always use USPS.
They actually have rules and laws they have to follow. And they're always under attack, and they're actually a very good service that America needs, especially
agreed
in rural communities, because if they were privatized, UPS would be like, fuck, we're not delivering to this place because it's hard to get to.
And better yet, because I'm not going to deliver it there, I'm not going to tell them that I'm not going to deliver it there. I'm just going to take whatever it is you're sending there.
Yeah.
And there's no recourse.
I'm trying to, like, how do you even prove, like, fucking video yourself, like, the interaction?
And the thing is I have a theory that it's an inside job. Like everybody knows that. So you open an investigation and the manager of that store is just like, no, we're not going to look into it. You know? And then you call corporate and corporate's like, okay, we'll look into it. And they're like, no, we're not going to look into it. The cameras have been off for months.
It's definitely one of those things of like, think about the people you worked at and those kind of jobs.
And I worked at UPS for a while and people would, but that's the thing that bothers me is I worked in the warehouse.
Yeah.
And you had to go through security on your way in and through security on your way out.
Yeah.
So if you're working in the factory, you can't steal anything. But if you're working in the stores or as a driver, nobody gives a fuck.
And the funny thing is the drivers actually like make an actual living.
Yeah, they make good money. And by the way, if anybody from UPS wants to come on this podcast and argue with me and dispute these claims, I welcome it. Please come on.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me there's not a chain of theft mafia members in the UPS system stealing people's gift cards, stealing people's phones.
God, we're going to get a letter from UPS, aren't we?
Bring it on. I'll say I didn't get it, just like they do. Fuck you.
No, they'll actually use the U.S. Postal Service.
Yeah, they use it against me.
They'll have it fucking what's it called? The Pineapple Express, Seth Rogen's character.
Process servant. He's a protest servant. No, I'm not. I'm not. That's not what I am.
You've been served. Server. There we go.
Yeah.
That's the word.
Process server.
Yeah. But so threshold of returning thing, or just generally in a store.
Okay. Going in person to return things to a store. This sounds bad. So I'll just put that out right away. I will not return something unless it was a gift, because then I get that free money instead.
I get that. But
I
also, do you just feel
anything.
like you're wasting money?
No, because we're not. We don't buy things like that we don't need. You know what I'm saying? So the only time I ever get anything that's worth anything that I don't actually want is from other people.
No, I'm more saying, so like, I guess you don't, this is more my stuff of all the stuff I've been doing. So like I've been renovating and I buy a part that ends up like not working.
Got it.
Kind of thing. Kind of where this debate came from of like, what threshold do like I actually go through the effort and get like go wait in line, do the whole return process, and I'm gonna get the actual part that I need.
Yeah.
Like,
But at that
but
rate, you're going back to get the part that you need. So you're already going.
yeah.
So you may as well just return it, even if it's like $5 or whatever. I'm like, I'm here. I don't need it. I'll just give it back. Somebody else can use it.
Or I guess another good example is with like Amazon or like anything you bought online, because you can't actually visit. I do majority of my shopping online for stuff
Yeah.
anyway. Of like it gets here and you're like, oh, this is not what I wanted, and returning it.
I guess what's your threshold?
Probably about $10.
So if it's $10 or under, you won't send it back.
Yeah. Unless
That's fair.
Unless I have other stuff I'm going to like return at the same time. Because usually what I do is I avoid UPS and I just go to Kohl's.
Oh, sure.
Because Kohl's, you can return Amazon stuff. So if I'm like, if it's accompanying a higher priced item, I'm like, okay, I'm already there. But to go out of my way to return just a thing.
What if you have two things and one is $5 and one is $8?
Probably still wouldn't go.
No?
Depending. I guess it depends if I bought them at the same time or not.
That's more than $10 total.
Yeah.
Haven't thought about that, did you?
I did not think about that.
That's what I'm here for, man.
I still probably wouldn't.
Yeah, Abby.
I'm going with that $10 where it would be, I think $10.
That's fair. I think that's a fair amount because otherwise it's just not worth your time for $3.
Yeah, to go like, because again, I'm in Lincoln, so like nothing's that far away, but like to go out of my way, do that, probably have to wait in line because there's always a line at every return thing.
Yep.
And it's like, ugh, this is just not worth my time.
No, I am very much, I just don't care enough to go and have that fiasco. I think the last time that I ever returned something, we actually talked about it on this podcast, which was my Larry David moment. I don't know if you guys remember. Oh, yeah. That, but go back. That was, I think maybe that's why I don't return things, because every time I do, there's some caveat that I'm not aware of when you're returning something, like, oh, I need a receipt in order to return this. Like, fucking who knew that?
Yeah.
Also, you guys scanned the thing. It should be in your. You do it. You pull the info. Why do I have to pull the info? I didn't know I was going to return it.
Yeah.
Of course, I threw the receipt away.
Yeah. Or another thing is like, my mom definitely did this growing up, probably because we legitimately probably just needed money. Like you accidentally bought expired food, and when you got home, you realized it was expired.
Sure.
I don't do that.
No,
probably because I'm not buying anything. Again, probably $10 of.
Yeah.
And also, like, it feels weird returning food. Like,
they're just gonna throw it away.
But yeah, to get your money back. But it's like a gallon of milk.
Yeah.
And it's like, I just don't want to have to walk in. Where do you even go? Like, imagine going up to customers. And again, we're not making fun of people who actually legitimately need the money, need to do this. But in my mind of being like, I need to return this. And also, I probably don't have a receipt.
It's open. It's a half gallon now.
But there is also nothing more frustrating than like not looking at expiration date and buying expired food.
Yeah. And again, it's like, I'm buying it from you. It's out. Why are you putting expired shit on the shelves? It's one of those situations.
And it's always stuff that shouldn't be like necessarily near expiration.
It's
like
always Starbursts. Have you noticed that?
No.
Every time in my life that I've ever bought a thing of Starburst, it's always expired.
That's because they made all of them in 2005 and then just quit making. They were still going through the surplus of 2005 Star. Also, to be fair, I would have no idea if I was eating an expired Starburst. It's already tastes like it. Like it's the textures already taste like consistency of expiration.
Yeah.
It's just solid.
Less gummy. Yeah, it's just less gummy. It's more. It'll pull your fillings out when it's expired. But every time I look at it, I'm like, oh, these are kind of stale. It's like expired 2004. You're like, what the fuck? How long has that been there?
That's something you probably wouldn't like check at all.
Gum is another one.
That's
Packs
true.
of gum are always expired if you look close enough.
That's true. I do have expired gum in my cupboard. I'm still going through it, but you're right.
Oh, yeah.
The texture is just off.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's fine to like still ingest, but
well, with all the microplastics now.
Well, yeah, everything has micro. That might actually be the one thing that might not, because it's at least not wrapped in. Well, the individual gums are still wrapped in paper.
Foil, but, if you get the 5 gum like I do.
No, I'm a Orbit boy.
Yeah. You know what doesn't expire, though? Microplastics.
They don't.
Thank God for that.
They are delicious. They fill my tummy up. They're inexpensive.
Yeah, they are very inexpensive. They're the fentanyl of food.
I have no idea what the going price for fentanyl is.
I could get boots on the ground for that.
Well, yeah, you live in LA. You walk outside your door and they're like, fentanyl.
I'm like, oh, it's the new boogeyman.
Just fentanyl lurking down the street.
Yeah. Well, did we do it?
We're at an hour 10. Surprise.
I think we did it. Well, this is the last one for a while, gang. You won't know it, but we will.
We will.
So next episode, whenever that may be, if we're weird,
getting jiggy with it. Na, 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 na.
Bye.
Na, 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 na. Bye.